Hi there. It's August 12th and time for Proverbs 12. All right, so we're deep into the Proverbs now. All right. About halfway through, almost halfway through the book. And we're going to continue. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. All right. You know, people that don't like to be corrected, you can't tell me anything. This says they're stupid. Okay? If you're wise and you want to know stuff, you want to learn always. Okay? Two, a good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of evil devices he condemns. Right? Simple, right? His evil devices has wicked imaginations over here. Allergies. 3, no one is established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous will never be moved. Right? We're putting all these righteousness together, okay? An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who brings shame is like rottenness in his bones. Right? It takes a lot of work on the husband's part, right, to make an excellent wife. It's a team. They are one. 5, the thoughts of the righteous are just. Right? The counsels of the wicked are deceitful. We're learning that, aren't we? That there is always a counsel of the wicked somewhere planning wicked things. They want control. 6, the words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright delivers them. Mouth, words, okay? The words of the upright delivers. 7, the wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. Right? In the end, the righteous will stand. A man is commended according to his good sense, but one of twisted mind is despised. Right. You got good sense. You can get that. Pray, read the Bible. Right. 9, better to be lowly and have a servant than to play a great man and lack bread. Okay, this have a servant. Okay, it's a little mistranslated. Okay. And this is a closer one over here in the Geneva Bible. He that is despised and is his own servant. Okay. The poor man that is contemned and yet liveth of his own travail. It means being able to take care of yourself. All right. Better to be lowly and be able to take care of yourself than to play the great man and lack bread. All right. That's called a facade. Lots of people live that, right? They want people that they don't even know to think highly of them. When those people that don't know him, the truth be told, they don't care, okay? Most people don't care what you wear. They don't care what you drive, right? They just want you to get out of their way. Oh, right. Better to be lowly and be able to take care of yourself than to play the great man and lack bread. Yeah. 10, whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. Right. You could tell somebody's very heart and nature by the way they treat animals. Any animal. Okay? It's very plain. Okay? A righteous person doesn't mistreat animals. Okay? God says we are in charge of the animals. We're to take care of them. Right? 11, whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits lacks sense. Plenty of these people out there today, huh? Yeah. Scammers, dreamers, right? I'm going to win the lottery and I'll be set for life. No, you're not. Okay. 12, whoever is wicked covets the spoil of evil doers, but the root of the righteous bears fruit. The root of the righteous bears fruit. Right? Whoever is wicked covets the spoil of evil doers. Right? There's plenty of evil people around that have a lot of money, and people envy that. Okay, an evil man is ensnared by the transgression of his lips. That's coming down too. But the righteous escapes from trouble, right? Because you're truthful and you only say kind things, right? And you have common sense. 14, from the fruit of his mouth the man is satisfied with good, and the work of a man's hand comes back to him. Right? From the fruit of a man's mouth, a man is satisfied with good. Okay? Good fruit. Say good things, kind things, uplifting things. Right? And your work will come back to you. 15, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice. Like that. Don't think you know it all, because you don't. Nobody knows it all except God. 16, the vexation of a fool is known at once, but the prudent ignores an insult. Right. A fool shall be known by his anger. Instantly, right? The prudent person ignores an insult. Can you just let it roll off, right? Just keep scrolling nowadays. Ignore the insults. A fool will fly off the handle, as they say. 17, whoever speaks the truth gives honest evidence, but a false witness utters deceit. Right? Speak the truth. Don't lie. 18, there is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts. Right. Plenty of those out there, right? But the tongue of the wise brings healing. Okay? The tongue of the wise brings healing. That's an important one. Say kind things. Uplifting, edifying things. Okay? Don't tear somebody down. Don't use rash words. 19, truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Right? The truth will always be the truth. It will never change. Right? When everything else is torn away, all the lies, the truth will still be there. Okay? They try to change it. They try to make you think it's something else, but the truth will always be the truth. What is the number one truth? The Bible is truth. 20, deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but those who plan peace have joy. Like that. Those who plan peace have joy. Okay, 21. No ill befalls the righteous, but the wicked are filled with trouble. Right? Always worrying, right? Always looking over their shoulders, because they know they're doing evil. Okay. 22. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. Right? The Lord doesn't like a liar. 23. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims folly. Right? This means you're not prideful, you're not boastful. Right? Right? You're just, if you know, it's best to keep quiet unless somebody asks you. Right? The heart of fools proclaims foolishness. Okay? 24, the hand of the diligent will rule, while the slothful will be put to forced labor. 25, anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, but a good word makes him glad. Right? Again, say kind things. Okay? There's lots of anxiety around now. Right? It comes from not being thankful for what you have in the moment. Okay? Jesus said, don't worry about tomorrow. Right? And don't worry about yesterday. 26, one who is righteous is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. The righteous chooses his friends carefully. What's down here? The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. More excellent. That's weird. That is more liberal and giving or generous, right? One who is righteous is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. Happens, right? 27, whoever is slothful will not roast his game, but the diligent man will get precious wealth. Right? Is precious wealth. Diligence is precious wealth. Right? There's a note over here for that. Although he get much by unlawful means, yet he will not spend it on himself. Right? Much by unlawful. Yeah. Whoever's slothful will not roast his game. Lazy people. Okay? Hoarders are like that. They buy things and never use them. Okay? If you only get stuff you can use and you need and can help yourself and others, right? That's precious wealth. And 28, in the path of the righteousness is life, and its pathway there is no death. Okay? There is no death. When your body wears out, it's not death, okay? Your soul will never die. So there you go. Let's put all these righteous ones together first, just because it's fun, right? A set of rules. Right? The root of the righteous will never be moved. Stand firm. The thoughts of the righteous are just. Can you say that? The house of the righteous will stand. An important one, whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast. The root of the righteous bears fruit. The righteous escapes from trouble. No ill befalls the righteous. One who is righteous is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wicked leads him astray. In the path of righteousness is life, and in its pathway there is no death. All right. All that righteous stuff, okay? Makes you want to seek to try and be righteous, okay? Can you be totally righteous? No. Romans says no one is righteous. What else is highlighted in here? Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid, right? Do you hate to be corrected? Could mean you're prideful, okay? A little prideful, a little arrogance, thinks that God detests, right? Okay, 9 is highlighted. Better to be lowly and be able to take care of yourself, right, than to play the great man and lack bread. There's lots of people that can't afford to eat because they have this huge car payment for a car they have no business driving. Right? And this is important. Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. If you take a dog and chain it to a tree and leave it in the backyard, and you feed it every day, it's cruel because he's chained to a tree, right? Animals were not meant to be chained to a tree or locked in a cage. Okay? They are. Mercy of the wicked is cruel. 11, whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits lacks sense. Right? Destitute of understanding. Defense. Right. Work. From the fruit of his mouth, the man is satisfied with good, and the work of a man's hands comes back to him. Okay? You say good things, right? You will be rewarded. You will be satisfied with good things, right? And the work of your hands comes back to you. Okay? You do kind things. You help out the poor, right? help people in trouble, right? It'll come back to you every time. Okay, the vexation or the anger of a fool is known at once, but the prudent ignores an insult. Well, that's important. If somebody says something mean and stupid, just trying to get attention for themselves, can you just ignore it? Okay? Can you walk away? Can you keep scrolling on the internet without having to madly type a retort to them? That's vexation. Okay? Think about that. The tongue of the wise brings healing. Right? Things you say should bring healing. Okay? They shouldn't cut people down. 19. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Right? The truth will always be the truth. Okay? Always. It will never change. Okay? Some of the words in this Bible are 5,000 years old, and the truth has never changed. Right? Because if something's true, it's true. Okay? Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but those who plan peace have joy. Okay? There are people trying to plan peace now and people that don't want peace, right? A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. Folly. Right. Right. It says over in earlier in Proverbs that if you are wise for yourself, not for anybody else. Okay? One of the reasons you're wise is so nobody else can fool you. Okay? You're not wise to show off and be prideful. Okay? A prudent man conceals knowledge. Right? Anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, but a good word makes him glad. Right? You can be the one that says a good word. Okay? You can be that person. Okay? There you go. That's Proverbs 12. Right? So, stay tuned later. We are still in the book of Romans, okay? And our thing, I can't remember which chapter we're doing today. I think it was 12 or 13 or something. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing Romans 12, the whole chapter, right? Which means it's short. So, talking about grace and the marks of a true Christian. Stay tuned for that this afternoon. Give us a like if you think about it. And tomorrow we'll continue. See you then.